Hey everyone, this is Homera. Okay, so I wanted to share with you this app called MyFitnessPal and just wanted to give you some beginner tips if you have never used this app before. So you can certainly install it on your phone, and that's probably going to be your go-to method of, using this app. But right now, because I'm recording this on my screen, as I'm showing it to you on my screen version. So it's very similar. It's basically the same thing. So what's cool is that you can track your food, exercise, and other things as well. It's a free app. It gives you tons of articles. Like if you go to the homepage, um, there's some discussion going on in the forums. It's taking a while to load. There you go. Okay. Awesome. So as you can see over here, it's showing me certain numbers. So how much carbs I have to take, how much fats, proteins, and then the total calories per day. Okay, this is some random number. These are not my numbers. I'm not sure. Uh, oh, okay. Yeah, I'll explain what these numbers are. So how do you get these numbers? I will provide these numbers to you. So these are called macros, your carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, right? And I will tell you exactly how much of each of these macros you should be hitting daily, and that'll ultimately give you your daily calories. So some of the things that we're not tracking are, for example, fiber and sodium, which you can track as well in the free version of the app. Okay, so how do we add foods? Now, the best thing and that you can do, and I strongly, strongly recommend, is that you go ahead. So this is Wednesday, July 1st, which is actually tomorrow. It hasn't, I haven't, you know, it's still the night before, so this is the date for tomorrow. I actually went ahead and I added what I'm going to have for breakfast. So I'm going to have 2 slices of this bread, which is about 200 calories. And it gives you, like, all of this information is already in here. I'm going to have 2 large eggs and about half a tablespoon of butter. So it's giving me 393 calories of 451, which means I still have a little bit of room if I want to eat more, or I can just use those calories in any of my other meals or snacks. Okay, so these are my actual numbers. So here it shows that I've already eaten 393 and it's giving me my balance. So right now my daily goal is 1500 calories, which I will be changing a little bit, probably upping it to 1600 because I'm going to start training for something next week. So anyways, these are my numbers and your numbers are going to look different. So what I want you to do is I actually want you to be planned for your meals, so you already know what you're going to be eating the next day, right? So go ahead and add your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, okay? All of those items. Now, this doesn't mean that's what you're going to eat, but if you know in advance how many calories are in each of your meals, then you're better able to figure out what can I take out and what can I add. So for example, if I want to add, so here I am for lunch, I'm going to add an apple. And these are not 100% accurate. So I'm going to add 1 serving of 1 medium apple. So add food to diary. And there you go, it's giving me about 95 calories, right? So for example, I had a whole bunch of things and my food diary is getting close. So let's take a look at this particular day, which is actually pretty bad in terms of having, very little control and just eating whatever comes to my mind. So here's an example that I want to show you. As you can see, I consumed almost 2,000 calories. That is a lot. And the reason for that is having 2 slices of, so 1 slice over here, 220 calories, and another one for lunch and dinner, right? So imagine if this is what I wanted to eat in a day. I want to have an apple, a slice of pizza, so I'm having some coffee. That's why I have this creamer. And then like some spinach rolls, just 1 roll. And there, it's as you can see, that's a lot, right? And then if I'm eating out from Popeye's chicken sandwich, I had some extra chicken, some of the cake, and then here some salmon patty, some salad, and then some more cake. Okay, so now if I look at this and I realize that, wow, this day actually does not look like a good day, what I will do is, you know what? I will skip the Belgian chocolate cake at dinner time. So there, boom, 220 calories I've subtracted, and it's looking closer to my goal. So here the goal is wrong again. I think I edited later on, but say if it was 1500, then I'm only about 273 calories over. So what can I do? I could probably take out, say, the pizza for breakfast, right, which is around 210 calories, but that was giving me around 12 grams of protein. And if I take out the cheese, this frozen spinach roll, that will take out only 55 calories, and the protein is not that much, right? So this just allows me, again, and it also gives you a much better picture. Like, this is crazy. Look at this chicken sandwich. It's what we buy, right? So there is 700 calories, and actually most of these calories are coming from your carbs. It has 50 grams of carbs, and if you look down here, my daily goal is 150, which means that's one third of my daily goal for carbs just in this one chicken sandwich. And I could make it better by removing the bread and just having the chicken. So that would actually take out a lot of the carbs. But then we won't have an accurate number because this is calculated automatically. And if you were to make your own sandwich, then you would have to go in and put in the bread separately, the sandwich, like if you use your recipe, you have to put in the recipe separately, and create that recipe in this, recipe feature, and then divide that up by the number of portions, and then enter in how much of it you had. So it's definitely tedious. It's not that much fun, but it works really well because it gives you a really good idea of where you stand with your foods that you love, right? So for me, say if I wanted to eat this 700 calories every day, like, it has 42 grams of fat. That's actually half. Okay, so my daily goal, I think, is that correct? 1 second, let me just go on to today. Suddenly I don't remember the numbers. Okay, so my daily goal is 50 grams, and 50 grams is actually in, where did it go? In that one sandwich, or 42, right? So if I have that in one sandwich, there isn't all of this. It's just extra, 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 and it's just being attached to my body. I'm not able to burn off a lot of these calories because I'm not that active. So if I'm going to be active, I could probably eat 2,000 calories a day and keep the weight off. But that means that I am a heavy worker. I'm on my feet 8 hours a day. I am lifting things, I'm moving things, and that's where I'm burning a lot more calories. So just wanted to give you a quick overview, and setting yourselves up for success by entering your foods in advance. So let me just delete this. Entering your foods in advance so that you know what you're going to be eating. And this also allows you to put in all your salads, your raw vegetables, especially your fruits, and figuring out, right? So for example, if it's one apple, you can cut it down to half an apple. Here, I actually don't need to eat 2 slices of bread. I could just do 1 slice of bread, and that's still giving me something to eat throughout the rest of the day. Another thing is, if you spread this out, then you can get an idea of how many calories you should be eating when you actually get hungry at snack time. So for me, late night is obviously, and for like a lot of people, is when they actually reach for their snacks. So if you leave yourself enough calories for snack time, then you won't feel so bad about snacking at night. right? Because you actually are genuinely hungry because you haven't eaten um, your calorie requirements for the day. All right, so if you have any questions, just send me a message anytime, and we will see you in another video.